Hi everyone, I'm Peggy Rometo and this is the Weekly Wake Up. Okay guys, in the flow, in the practice of getting to know yourself, slowing down, using your breath to be able to regulate the mind, to help you let go, so that you can receive information, so you can have a greater sense of clarity and of what to do, what actions to take, what actions not to take. So, as always, we close our eyes, we go into our heart, use your imagination. If it helps to place your hand on your chest, to do that, so you can bring your attention or your awareness there, we can do that too. And then use that imagination to imagine that white light going down through the body, out the bottom of the feet, all the way to the center of the earth. I like to call it dropping anchor. Letting go, and then inhaling that white light all the way back up the body, up to the top of your head. Hold your breath for a count of 3. Relaxing into the energy, and then letting go, exhaling all the way back down with your imagination, that white light going all the way back down to the center of the earth. We do that full rotation 3 times. And the reason we do that, because it takes that long for us to slow our mind down. We add the color of white, represents all the colors, purity. We use the imagination because it opens the door to creation, to the ability to be able to receive information. So every one of these actions that we're doing are setting us up to be calm and to receive information, okay? And the more you do this 3, 4, 5 times a day, it just drops you into that space of calmness, right? And then eventually, for those of you that have been doing this for a while with me, you can recognize you can just take a breath and fall right into that space, that stillness, that quietness. That's the goal. And from there, let go and just allow yourself to be informed about what action to take, what to say, what not to say, what's going to happen. All those nuances. So this is a practice of getting you familiar with your own energy and with the energy of the divine and our ability to navigate information, our ability to navigate in the moment what we're supposed to be doing, where we're supposed to be going. Is there anything to do, or do we just need to sit and be, right? So hope you guys are enjoying this practice. I hope it's liberating you, giving you a sense of freedom from the mind, from the constriction, from the having to do things, from all that dialogue that we can get caught up in. So let's go ahead and go into practice now. Letting go of that initial pressure that we feel of doing it right, or insecurity or self-doubt. Just, I call it a cleansing breath. So how many of those you need to take until you can actually just kind of go to that heart space, drop that white light all the way down through the body, down to the imaginary center of the earth, and you just trust that you're at the center. And then from there now, we're going to take those 3 breaths, 1 all the way to the top of the head, hold it for a count of 3, and then exhale all the way back down to the center of the earth. And we'll do that 3 times, okay? And then we'll open to see what's available for us this week. Okay, so interesting. So I'm seeing that, a lot of you guys who follow astrology, we are aware that Mercury is now retrograde. Mars, the planet of action, is also retrograde. Mercury brings people back into your life, as can Mars. So what we're recognizing, or what I'm seeing here, is that somebody's coming to you and has a problem. Like I see it sticky, like a sticky problem, and wants to either dump it on you, blame you, or wants your help with it to fix it. So this week is a little bit about recognizing what's yours and what's not yours, not being reactive about it, but being able to slow down and being able to maybe ask that person some questions, or being able to support them in a new way without without you running your normal MO. So if your normal mode is to jump in, rescue, defend, and do it for them, they're never going to learn from that, right? Whether it's a coworker or whether it's a friend, whether it's a child, whether it's a parent. We're talking about capable people. We're not talking about, a 4-year-old or an, 85-year-old. We're talking about, people that under normal circumstances, if we wouldn't keep rescuing, should be able to do these things. I can feel the squeezing going on with some of you. So you're just being asked to slow down and recognize patterns that are being asked for you to change, to empower other people, to ask them questions and to support them, to help them, give them information or support in being able to affirm for them that they can do some things on their own, or that they're really capable, they're really able to be able to manage that situation on their own, right? Then there's the situation, well, what if we're the one who's doing the dumping and we're the one who's pressing on somebody else to rescue us or to do it for us? Then we want to stop and really regain the strength and go, okay, do I really need their help? Is this something that I could do alone? Or do I just need their guidance? Or do I just need a sounding board for a minute just to get my head straight, right? So there's some of that stickiness going on this week of what's yours, what's mine, what's ours together. And if we slow down, we're both going to win. If we slow down, we're both going to see there's an opportunity here for us to cooperate and to be able to get more done and to feel good about what we're doing. And I like to call it staying in our lane, right? Not rescuing, not making somebody feel like they're incompetent or they can't handle it. People go away in your life when you're constantly rescuing them, right? They're like, because nobody wants to feel like they're not good enough or that they can't handle things on their own. And at the same time, there is that opportunity of knowing when we're being asked to give and when we're being asked to support somebody. So just in the slowing down process, you'll be able to help navigate for yourself what's being asked of me in this moment. Is this a contribution, or is this an opportunity for me to recognize that I'm overstepping my boundaries and that in doing so, I'm causing them to shrink and they now are becoming deficient or dependent upon me, and I'm actually hurting their self-esteem instead of supporting them. So it's just an opportunity for you or for me to notice our reactions with other people, where the boundaries are, if there's not boundaries, to put boundaries in so that we can really have a more symbiotic relationship and just be more in the flow. Okay, so let's see what else is in store for us this week. There's a lot of creativity available and a lot of insights, new insights. Beautiful things about retrogrades is it gives us to stop and go, is this really what I want? Is this really look how I want it to look? Is this really the kind of the color palette I want, right? If you're redecorating or you're, working on business things, right? So it's an opportunity for us to slow down and really double check our vision. Does this feel good to me? Is this in alignment with what I want? So there's lots of opportunities here for our creative energy to be able to expand, to double check, to re-nurture ourselves, and to really make sure that it's what we want. So a lot of you may be taking apart your schedules. You may be taking apart something in the house. You may be taking apart a relationship and going, does this feel good to me? Do I want to continue on with somebody who talks to me this way, or who treats me like this, or who may be physically abusing you, right? So abuse comes in a lot of forms. And so is this about you finding your voice? Is this about you finding your way? So these retrogrades give us a big time out to slow down and notice how our life is occurring. Is it occurring the way that I want it to? And if not, there's room here for us to dance, to try something different, to feel our way through it. And remember, especially with Mercury retrograde, we're not seeing the full picture. We're not seeing everything. So keeping that in mind, you want to be careful about making long-term decisions right now. You want to be careful about exiting the relationship unless this is something that's been on your mind for a long time and this is giving you the power and the ability to actually now leave, right? So when Mercury goes direct in a couple of weeks after November 3rd, you're going to see we always say the other shoe's going to drop or the sky's going to open up and you're going to be able to see the things that you weren't able to see during the retrograde. So if you're meeting somebody new right now and you're going, oh my God, they're amazing, that's good, but just wait. Let's see if they're still amazing 3 weeks from now, okay? So just be cautious with your new relationships, with whether they're online or in person. Just go slow, right? And going slow, you'll be informed. And then, of course, any actions you do want to take when Mars goes direct, I think it's like November 13th or 16th, somewhere around in there. When it goes direct, you then get the energy for you to be able to move forward. You get the impetus that helps you to then activate what you know you need to do. Now, for some of you, you don't need to wait that long. And that's what I'm saying. For some of you, this is reoccurring theme in your life. It's been reoccurring theme and it's coming back around for you just to say, I'm freaking done, right? It's over. It should have been over for a long time. And now you use this opportunity to leave. So you yourself knows what I always tell people, you are your best advocate. At the end of the day, your divine knower, that part of yourself that's connected to God, will just know, will just have that deep-seated connection and understanding about how to handle yourself. But just if you go slow, you'll be able to recognize what's good for you and what's not good for you. Okay, so let's see what else is in store for us this week. Okay. Lots of people, for those of you that have wanted to create something or wanted to do something, I feel like you're on a chessboard and it's your move, and that there are plenty of people around you who've had their hand up for a long time that said, I want to help you. I want to be part of your tribe. I want to do things for you. And you, for whatever reason, have not felt compelled or felt nervous or felt controlling, like you need to do it all yourself. Whatever the story or conversation is, there's an opportunity for you to revisit partnerships, revisit team players, revisit teams or connections that you want moving forward. So a lot of opportunity for us to really feel those deeper connections, those relationships, and feel safe in feeling them. And if you don't feel safe in feeling them, then to be able to see the people that can help you so that you can now create new relationships in your life and feel more connected within yourself, so that you don't keep putting yourself in a situation where you're attracting the wrong kind of people or partnerships or situations that actually detract from your overall happiness or detract from your vision. So lots of relationship opportunities this week, lots of opportunity for creativity and for us to really know ourselves and what we want, and to bring that energy forward in the most beautiful way and supportive way. And I just see people around you guys, so many people around you, around myself, who want to help, who want to navigate and have fun with you and create with you. So if you're out there being isolated, don't do that, because there are people that want to help. There are people that are right there. And sometimes it just requires us to put our hand up and say, hey, I need some help, which isn't always comfortable. And if you're somebody who has maybe fallen off, and maybe you're the one who's blowing up relationships, you're the one who's lost your temperature, too many COVID conversations, who's blown up and lost your temper, then maybe this is an opportunity for you to go hat in hand and say, hey, I'm sorry. I'm recognizing my behavior. I'm recognizing that it is not healthy for me. These are the steps I'm going to take in my life to change that behavior. I'd like to start over with you. Is that possible? So there could be opportunities here. If you're that one who's notorious for pushing people away or losing your temper, there's an opportunity here for you to recognize that and to be different. All right, you guys, this is I love this energy. It's really powerful, because even though there's a lot of cloud cover and noise and all that kind of stuff, at the end of the day, if you slow down, you can feel the truth. If you slow down, you can look at yourself and you can start to be different, and you can start to create the life that you want to live, as opposed to what the narrative is out there that's creating chaos and mayhem and fear and indoctrination and you're just getting swept up in it. Like when you slow down and drop an anchor and feel connected to your heart, you know what to do. You'll know where to go. You'll know how to live life appropriately, because fear's not talking anymore. Fear's not guiding you anymore. Your divine knower, that part of yourself that has the connection, that deep awareness, will be able to navigate small decisions for yourself every day, and every one of those small decisions lead into a brand new life for you, where it's healthy, safe, empowering, confident, joyful, right? Whatever it is you want to create. All right, guys, have an amazing week. Thank you so much for tuning in and connecting with me on the Weekly Wake Up. I'd love it when you share and connect with your friends. And for all of you guys that wished me happy birthday last week, thank you so much. I'm so grateful. It was an amazing day, an amazing week. I'm just so grateful to be doing this work and to be able to connect with all of you guys. Have a wonderful week, guys, and I'll connect with you again next week.